powerful 2-episode storyline. And here to talk about what to expect are stars Jeremy Sisto and Alana de la Garza. First off, hello. And season 3 is almost a done deal, but at least you know there is a season 4 just around the corner. So congrats on that.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Well, I know fans will be very excited. So let's talk a little bit about the storyline, because this is a 2-episode arc. Alana, I'll start with you. Tell me a little bit about your character, Isabel, and what we can expect.
Isabel's going to go through it. In these final episodes, especially the finale, you're going to see a character from episode 3, Vargas, the big fish for her, the one that she goes to bed thinking about capturing, and the one that got away. And so he's going to come back into play, and she has the opportunity to kind of redeem herself and get this guy and make him pay for what he's done. And in true, Dick Wolf fashion, there'll be twists and turns that stop her, and stall her, and leave you guessing, is she going to be able to do this? Is she going to be able to pull it off? And then there's a whole another dynamic going on between Jubal, Isabel, and her new boss, which is Jubal's ex. So that is a whole nother kind of subsidiary that's going on. It's really fun to play. And you find out, will Isabel be able to redeem herself? Will she follow protocol? Will she put her butt on the line again? And that was a really fun journey and very exciting. I think fans are going to be right on the edge of their seat once more, which is so fun to be a part of.
Okay. So Jeremy, then get us caught up on your character, because it sounds like there's going to be some stuff going on with you as well.
Yes. If you've watched the show, Jubal got some bad news about his son. He's got leukemia, and so he's being treated. So that's a very heavy thing going on. But something else occurs that is not so bad. It's his ex-girlfriend, a woman who he had an affair with back when he was in the throes of his alcoholism, but he always held a flame for. It comes back and he becomes our boss above Alana's character, and so that's kind of exciting that she's around, and there's a real possibility that perhaps something could happen. And I think Jubal's been in a very protective place for a long time of his sobriety. I think ever since he's gotten sober, he's probably hasn't had that much of a life since his marriage broke up, and he's just kind of stayed focused on work, his kids, and so he's going out on a limb here. And so there's a lot of emotional landmines, I think, that might be ahead for Jubal. But that's for next season. For now, he's got to handle this situation where his new girlfriend, basically, and his boss, who he's very close to, don't see eye to eye. And they start working, Alana's character starts kind of working behind without telling her boss everything that she might otherwise tell her, and I'm caught in the middle of that. So there's an interesting triangle to play, and if you know Jubal, he tries to get along with everyone, and sometimes it's impossible. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a really great episode. A lot of things come to the head.
Well, I think what's so cool about this is the show does so well at developing these characters and their storylines. And then you've got the whole element of fighting bad guys and crime. And I also feel like there's such a good pace to the show where you feel like you're not just, fighting everything else, but you're also fighting the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. They have such a wonderful rhythm that they've created with these shows that suck you in and tell you these little mini movies, and you don't want to miss a second because you're going to miss a plot point or a certain look between characters that meant something or whatever. So that's really that's a fun part of this show.
For sure. And then also it has that great Dick Wolf thing where you can actually turn it on in the middle and just get swept up in it as well. It's like it works on a bunch of different levels. Mm-hmm. It's Dick's magic.
Well, and speaking of, that's cool. And speaking of Dick Wolf shows, obviously you guys are both from Law and Order as well. Any sort of crossovers happening with any of the shows, or maybe some of the newer Dick Wolf shows with Chicago or the new FBI series that just got green light?
Well, I believe they're going to I've heard from somewhere, unreliable probably, but that the new international is going to be introduced with a 3-episode crossover of all 3 of the FBI shows, which would be obviously a lot of fun to bring those 3 worlds together. We had one of the Chicago characters on our show for a couple of episodes. I've heard an SVU thing, but that was a while ago. I don't know if that's happening or not, but it's a big universe, and we're just on the train. We will ride this train wherever it takes us.
Right. I'm in.
You're like, that's easy. I'm in. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. The last 2 episodes of the season, again, are going to be very powerful. Don't miss FBI Tuesday nights right here on KPIX 5.